Okay, welcome back. Another training video on pricing, how to edit your screen print pricing. Now this one is kind of different to how you do the embroidery, heat press, garment printing. It looks very different in the setup, and it ends up creating a very different matrix in the sales screen as well. So what I'll do is I'll start off by showing you sort of the difference in how it works. So if I select a t-shirt to decorate, so 1HT, and I'll just do one of them for the time being. Good illustration. So if we go to add an embroidery, chuck a logo on it, it syncs one of each. Cool. Now if I change this to 20, embroidery stays exactly the same price, nothing changes with the setup. The shirt goes down a little bit, but nothing really changes. Okay, so if I put that back at 1, the only reason the quantities change are because they're synced. Now if I delete my embroidery and I chuck in a screen print, I've got to select where I'm putting it, so center front, select my screen printer, one color, add that on. Now it's charging me a ridiculous price for this screen print at the moment because it's below my screen printer's minimum order, so we charge silly prices for that. So if a customer wants it, you go, okay, yeah, they'll do it, but they're going to charge you a ridiculous amount, $27 just for that print, plus a $100 setup fee. You're looking at $150 for one t-shirt. If you get 5, it's only going to cost you $12.60 per print. Still got to pay the $100 setup because that happens no matter what. If we change it to 2 colors, automatically changes the price. The only thing you have to worry about is if you change the colors, you do have to remember to change the screens. That one doesn't link in quite so well. But so it's a different matrix that you'll see on the screen, so you can actually talk it through with customers, and because quite often they're not quite sure whether they want to go their full color or a one color logo when they do screen printing. It's a price thing normally for people because it's a bit more volume involved. So you can sit there and nice and quickly change things around and know that your pricing is going to stay true. So the way to change your pricing, just like we do with the embroidery, come up to edit, items, screen print, and you'll notice here this is a very different looking screen. Okay, so we've got our description. This is who our screen printer is. The amount of colors that they do. Some screen printers only do 4 colors. That's their maximum. Some of them I'm seeing go up to 8 and 12 colors. I don't quite know how they can physically do that, but they do. So all you have to do is just increase it or decrease it. Your default supplier, you just leave that as done. Print description, screen printing, fairly standard. Sales group, screen printing. Now, yes, you want to charge your taxes, yes, you want to sync it. Generally, again, just like embroidery, you don't need to create a purchase order normally. Your screen printer may want one. If they do, just tick that box. Okay, so your next little section is your screens. Every screen printer is going to charge you a setup fee. Their setup fee is their screen charge. Put in the cost of the screens, what they're charging you, and whatever you want to charge. So that's the setup, basically the equivalent setup for embroidery. Again, the print description, again, it's fairly simple, screen and film charge. Now, again, you don't generally need to create the purchase order for that. Now, as I was mentioning before, if you order one shirt, it's below the minimum, so you charge silly prices here. This is your minimum order. That would be the first level from this screen printer that they're realistically willing to do, because they're charging you $7 per print at 5, from 5 to 10 units at $7. This column here is your markup column. So when you fill out this pricing matrix, all you do is put in the prices that you're being charged by your screen printer. So if his pricing breakdown is every 5 shirts, you put it in as every 5 shirts. If it's minimum 25, then 50, then 100 are his price breaks, that's what you put it. You might only end up with 4 lines. You select whatever markup you want to charge, and then you put in the price that you're being charged. So in this case, 5 shirts, between 5 and 9 shirts, they're being charged $7 for a 1 colour print, $10.45 for a 2 colour print, and as you hover over it, you'll see that 1881 comes up. 1390, 2502. So that's the sell price, 2502, with an 80% markup. You just go along, you fill out all the columns. Once you're done, very simple, you hit save. If you've got 2 screen printers, all you have to do, hit new, create new. I don't want to make any changes to that one. So, and then I put in the name, put in the colours. It's not going to let me do it, of course. So test. 4 colours, and good to see my typing's as spot on as always. It's minimum quantity, 0 markup. To be honest, most people leave that at 100. If you can't sell it at 100, then I would adjust it, but quite often you don't want jobs that are too cheap. Colour 1. Quite often that's the way that screen printers change their prices. With every colour it just goes up by $1 or by 20 cents or 50 cents. So it's fairly symmetrical. It's a nice easy pattern to work out. And that's all you have to do. Just keep adding down. The next price break might be 50 shirts. Markup of 100, and that might be $6, $7, $8, $9, and then it'll be 150. Etc, etc. Once you're done, as I said, save. If you've made any mistakes, it'll tell you. It won't allow you to save it. And we close. That's how you edit your screen printing. So, if I go back and delete my screen printing, and I select my location, and I'll go for my test screen printer this time. See how it added to the list. I'll add it in. Okay, sorry. I'll go through that a bit more in more detail. Add screen printing. So I now select my location, center front, my screen printer. It's my test printer. Colors. I'm going to do a 2-color design on this one. The person's logo is a 2-color logo. Number of prints. I'm only doing 5 at the moment, so you'll see the price is ridiculous on my test one. And we add. So because I've done a 2-color logo, it's charging for 2 setups, and it's charging $50 per print at the moment because it's under my minimum. My screen printer doesn't like to do under, I can't even remember what I did, but Let's try 15 units. That's more like it. But if I go to 20, go to 25, or if I go to 50, it comes down quite nicely. Setup stays the same. Then if I want to change that to 3 colours, 4 colours, you'll notice the prices keep changing. Go back to 1 colour. That's how you play with your edit, change, create screen printing prices. Hope that helps. Any questions, give me a call. That one can cause a lot of trouble when people try and set that up for the first time. If you don't do it quite right, it locks you out. But yeah, just give it a go. If you have any trouble, give me a call, 0433 753 855, or give me an email at nsharples@ufgcorp.com.au. Good luck.